It's windy. Need to put a mask on. Well, well, well. Let me let y'all down a little bit. What do we have here? Where you going, girl? Uh-oh. We got a situation. Turn y'all around that way a little bit. We got a situation, Stanley. It's traffic, y'all. The hour I gotta go back to work. I see you, Big Bubba. Oh. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. You did get over for me. They call themselves doing some kind of road repair right there. That's what my situation was. Got a situation. I better get over here. Don't nobody want to be behind the truck. I ain't in no hurry. Ain't never be in no hurry. All this man plugs and stuff hanging with my on his Jeep. Hey y'all, I'm gonna try to make this video count, because I have recorded so many videos and was not pleased. So where you going, girl? Where you going at 2:30 in the afternoon? Honey, she going there, right? On the road. That's what my granddaughter used to say all the time. Like, where your mama at, right? Ooh, boy. Can our kids say something else besides work or school? What about vacation? What about in the Virgin Islands, y'all? What about at our own business? You flying off trying to get to these places, and honey, let me tell you something. You be trying to get to these jobs, baby, and God forbid you don't make it for a couple of days and don't call in. You are replaceable. Do they care? Nah. That. Okay, now don't you come out of there. Let me give y'all a little story time. Y'all. I was working at this major phone company. And I want to say this was back in the beginning of the 2000s. Let me put my sunglasses on so I can look cool. Okay. Back at the beginning of 2000. Sorry, y'all. I ate some pizza and I put that Italian herb on there. And that was a piece of herb that didn't melt down. But anyway, working at a major phone company, which is now, okay, this major phone company, I think they merged, or I think they changed their name. But it's now your famous AT&T. Yes, I'm going to call the name, your famous AT&T. But, hear me out now. Hear me out. It was not AT&T when I was working there. Okay? Once again, it was not NOT. It was not AT&T when I was working there. Okay. And this is, okay, y'all need to make your mind up because you got to merge over, baby. You got to merge over. Okay. This is a continuation of what I just said about you being replaceable on your job. And that your jobs, they don't care. If you're there, wonderful. If you're not, okay, let me speed along. If you're not, we're gonna replace you. Okay. This is what the situation was. Okay, I think I was at the job for about a year, learned the job, was able to perform, had rapport with all of my co-workers that worked on that floor. It was a four floor building. Okay, and sometimes the job I was doing, I had to go to different departments and stuff. And my son, he worked in one of the departments as well. I was up on the 4th floor. He was on the 3rd floor, I want to say. But anyway, we had cubicles. Okay, it was cubicles, but it wasn't a tall wall cubicles, the short walls, so you could like basically see who you talking to and communicate with your coworkers. So, okay, I noticed that there were a couple of coworkers that I would say like 2 or 3 that was no show, you know, like where they at? You know, they okay? You know, I'm like, you know, week went by, you know, they ain't there, you know, I'm like, dang, what's going on? One of them had a heart attack. Okay. The other one had surgery, and one had like a death in the family, unexpected death in the family. Okay, now because I knew the people, I worked with the people, I was concerned about the people, I was asking about them and stuff, and the one that had the death in the family had to go to the funeral. It was like, they not coming back. And I was like, wow, why not? You know, and we had a union. We had a union. And, you know, gossip get around a company all the time. It's always gossip. Always the 411. You're always getting the feedback or the info on what's going on within the company. Okay, so the one that went to the funeral, it was said that they committed funeral fraud. And I was like, wow. Okay, but that wasn't true. That wasn't true at all. A loved one did pass away. Okay. So, and one had, what I said, surgery. Oh, honey. And it was, I think it was major. It was a major surgery. And people, okay, let me get on the one that had the heart attack. Okay, the one had the heart attack at their desk. Had to be carried out. Okay, they was gone for 2 weeks. Okay, now, this particular day, there were police officers on the floor. And we was like, you know, what the police doing here? You know, we're like, what's going on? You know, something going on that we need to know about, because this was a very secure building, okay, where it had the phone servers and everything that you would use for a landline, to make a landline work, was coming out of this building. And it had security. So, you know, we was like, what the police doing up here? The police was up in there with some paramedics to come and make an evaluation of where this person was going to do their job at, that had the heart attack at the desk. So they was in there moving stuff around, and I was like, I ain't never in all my life, you know, seen that. Everybody was appalled, like, what in the world is going on? Honey, they was in there moving stuff around. This individual that had the heart attack, y'all, they was, and I'm like, I know y'all ain't never heard of this. They was having the EMTs gonna bring this person from home, okay, to put them back at their desk. I'm like, hell to the no. I'm like, it can't be that serious. What's going on? But this person was top. They was top doing their job. They was a supervisor, some kind of supervisor. They knew their job. And they needed them to be there because didn't nobody else know that job. Okay, they would have to train somebody to do that person's job. And they was taking extreme measures to get that person back to work. And I'm like, this person had a freaking heart attack, and you can make all, I mean, what the hell, you gonna put a bed over there? And so the next morning, and to see what they did, they didn't really do nothing, you know. But I mean, why you need to move a desk when a person just gonna be sitting in a chair? You know, why you gotta do all that? Move a cabinet. You know, it ain't like the person gonna be up here in a wheelchair. The next morning, y'all, yes, the missing heart attack person was sitting at the desk. A gentleman sitting at the desk. All his medications lined up. Pillow on the back, pillow on the butt. They had the wrist pad for the keyboard. And then they had some kind of elbow things so he can rest his elbow on the desk. Now this area looked different. And everybody was looking at this man like, and honey, let me tell y'all something. He was in his pajamas. Honey, he came to work in his pajamas and robe because they had a now I'm getting this from him. They had an ambulance bring him to work. Yes, honey. The truth, I'm telling you. They had the ambulance bring this man to work. I went on, I talked to him, I hugged him, I told him, I said, I am so sorry what you're going through. I can't believe what you're going through. I have never, out of all the companies, corporations I work for, I have never seen a company go through this extremes to get an individual back at work. And honey, he was videotaping everything. Everything. He videotaped, he recorded everything. And I was like, wow. Wow. But he was only at work for 3 days, y'all. They told him if he couldn't perform his job, that he would not have a job. And that, what they did was, that was a setup, okay? It was a setup to make it look like that he came back to work willingly, okay, well, they can have a reason to fire him because he can't perform his job. They didn't put out there that, oh, they had the police, the paramedics, the ambulance bring him to work. They didn't put out there that they move furniture around and all that stuff. They didn't put all that out there, honey. Now, we got a union now. A union. And I'm like, oh my God. I said, well, I hope to God that the union is able to fight for him. Because he didn't, you know, he didn't care nothing about losing his job because his health came first, you know. I mean, who gonna be sitting up worried about a job when your ticker is on low? I'm like, man, I was like, what kind of company am I working for? And I told him, I said, honey, well, I had his phone number. I called him and I was like, hey, if you need me to testify, to be a witness for anything, I'm here for you. I said, matter of fact, a lot of us was ready to stand proxy for him. So I'm like, dang. Oh, and the person that had the surgery, okay, to them, that surgery wasn't no major surgery to them. I figured you was gonna do that. Oh, honey. She came back to, oh, I don't want to say male or female, but she came back to work with stitches in her belly. And you know what? Now, mind you, it was a damn good paying job. Really, they paid good. But honey, they wanted you to be there. Now, the job in itself, it was a high-stress job because you're talking to different people every day. It was basically like on a call center platform. So you're talking to people every day. You're getting cussed out every day. Ooh, child, yes. Somebody is ripping you a new butt. Yep. So after seeing all that and seeing them people go through all of that, y'all, they was like, we don't care nothing about y'all. Hey, honey, they had them desks filled with somebody else. And I guess I would say because I was so concerned about my co-workers, I guess they feel like, oh, you need to mind your own business. So I was on the chopping block next, y'all. Yeah, they did me dirty. Real dirty. I'm going to put it to you like this. I'm going to tell you this, and y'all going to drop, honey. My oldest brother, one of my dad's sons, okay. We don't say step brother, step sister. Came from the same daddy, your brothers and sisters. What time is it? Okay, so my oldest brother got murdered. Matter of fact, I got two brothers that got murdered. His best friend killed him. I went to the funeral. I had to fly down to Florida, and this was my, I had a couple of days off, but then I took my bereavement week, and I'm not going to go through all what they took me through, but I'm just going to tell you this. They had me up on funeral fraud, because, you know, they pay you that week for your bereavement. Honey, I got a letter, and I wish to God I would have saved. I was so pissed off, I tore it up, y'all. And my, I had to get an attorney, and my attorney told me I should have kept that letter. But because they was in the wrong, they wasn't going to, you know, send me the letter again. honey, they sent me a letter telling me that they was getting ready to petition the court to have my brother's body resumed so they can do a DNA test. Are you gonna stop, baby? Yeah, to have my brother's body dug up. That's when I got the lawyer. Okay. Cause one of the co-workers that worked at the company was a lawyer. Okay. And so we talked, and I was like, why would a company go that far? I mean, you ain't even got to go that far. You can just say, you know, hey, you fired. You're fired. But if I wanted to prove that my brother was my brother, I had to have my brother's body dug up and let them do a DNA test. He didn't have no autopsy. He didn't, because we already know, you know, how he died. He didn't have no autopsy. And I'm like, it was like, well, we get the DNA from your dad. My dad has passed away. You know, they talked to my mom. My mom gave him a rundown on our family tree and all that stuff. And I mean, they dug up, they went through my family. Honey, they went through my family like a fine-tooth comb. And that put me under a lot of stress. Now, I liked the job. Oh, I wanted to keep the job because it was like a Fortune 500 company. You know what? You getting paid damn good. You know, I wanted to keep the job, but that in itself, y'all, that was basically killing me. Honey, I started developing a lot of food allergies because of the stress. Everything I put in my mouth caused my throat to swell up, my tongue to swell up, my hands to swell up. I couldn't wear my wedding rings or nothing. Matter of fact, I had to have a ring cut off my finger because my hands had swollen up so. And the doctor was like, "Oh my God, what got you so stressed out?" I had got to the point where my face and lips had swollen up so big, I had to wear a scarf across my face like they do in Arabia. Yeah. And the doctor was like, no. But whatever job it is, honey, you need to let it go. I don't know how much they paying you. I don't care how much they paying you. You need to let that go. But y'all, I was trying to fight for my job. But I couldn't believe they wanted to take my family through that. And on top of that, y'all, check this out. This is heartbreaking. My niece seen her dad get killed. And I explained that to them. And, oh, that's a boat. And the union that we supposed to have, the union that I'm paying for, oh, honey, they sitting up there like they just is dumber than a box of rocks. Like they didn't know how to handle that. Y'all, I tell you, and I had to go through meetings after meetings, union meetings. And I'm like, man. And the last meeting I went to, y'all, I recorded it. I didn't say nothing. I ain't said nothing. I just let them do all the talking. I didn't try to defend myself. I didn't say nothing. I walked out of there. About a week later, I got a letter. Supposed to have been like the transcripts of the meeting. I read the transcripts. They put on the transcripts and I said some of everything. And I guarantee you, the job that I was doing, honey, believe me, they replaced. But you know what? The thing about it is, it was like 20 people. We had to go through this training. And one of the girls that had been there for like 10 to 15 years, she told us, she said, they got y'all in here. She said, but y'all ain't gonna be here long. She said, don't look to be here no 6 or 7 years. Don't even look to be here 5 years. She said, because they got y'all coming in so we can catch up on our work. Okay, and then once we caught up, watch, it's gonna be a massive firing. Save your money, baby. Save your money. You got these jobs. Don't be out there going on those shopping sprees willy-nilly. Sometimes I go willy-nilly, but you know, the job I do now, honey, my credentials will carry me anywhere, as long as I don't let them expire. And this is something that I never wanted to do here in Arizona, what I'm doing now. But I'm at a top pay, and now this assignment, I got to make a sacrifice because I got to travel a little farther to get to work. But it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. So when we come to work, she just getting off work. Yep. So I just wanted to share with y'all that, to let you know, hey, save your coins. Don't be out there, you know, going willy-nilly, because, honey, I say you have your job today. Uh-oh, she don't know where she parked the car. There it is right there. Look like where my car at. She's driving that Cadillac, now she's driving a Dodge Journey. She started parking like, where my car at? Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I have made it to work. Ooh, it took me almost 30 minutes because I took my time. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be seeing you in another video. I'm gonna get on over here and make my daily wages. I ain't got them but 2 hours. And I'll see y'all later. And don't forget, save your money. Don't get on these jobs acting like you somebody and they love you. Child, please, like I said, they'll write you off and get somebody in there and replace you just like that, baby. Like this lady used to tell us, she's like, Jesus. And let you know you out. See you guys later.